When it comes to white-collar crime, there apparently is something called marital communications privilege that can protect your texts, your emails to your spouse if the authorities grab your laptop, grab your cell phone. Today on Zippy Point.
Quick Zips by Zippy Point.
Quick and dirty. I'm Brock Romanek and I'm a big fan of youth. So this is a white-collar crime topic that I don't know anything about. I pulled everything I know from this article by Freed Frank's Evan Barr, so I refer you to that. According to this article, the marital communications privilege first appeared in American law about 170 years ago in the 1850s to encourage free and unrestricted communication between spouses, strengthening the bonds of marital relationships. Apparently, it's much narrower than the adverse spousal testimonial privilege that you can't be forced to testify against your will against your spouse, as it only seeks to protect intimate conversations. A party wishing to assert this privilege must demonstrate that the communication in question do three things. One, the communication was made during the course of a marriage that's recognized by state law, so being engaged merely is a non-starter, you're not married yet, and being separated is a gray area. It depends on the facts and circumstances. How separated are you? In terms of how legally separated are you? Two, it constitutes an utterance or expression that was intended to convey information to the other spouse. So this applies to messaging, not to actual physical acts. And three, the message was intended to be confidential. All communications between spouses are presumed to be confidential. Therefore, the government must overcome this presumption in order to introduce a marital communication into evidence. Either spouse may invoke the privilege to prevent a revelation of a covered communication, and the party invoking the privilege bears the burden of establishing its applicability to the case at hand. So if all three of these prerequisites are satisfied, the communication is considered to be protected by this privilege unless an exception applies. And exceptions include joint participants in crime fraud, where essentially both spouses are involved in the crime. Anyways, now you know as much as I do. It pays to be married. Let me know what you think.